Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Raphael's Insights. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I welcome you into the Rose Esoteric, the divine, the beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is going to be on predictions for the month of August in the coming weeks for Mexico, Latin America. Absolutely. I'm definitely seeing some strong energies. I'm definitely seeing August itself being very strong, but also the remaining months being very strong. So before we get started, you guys already know I'm going to harmonize the energies, harmonize my energies real quick. And I'm gonna just spray the space so that we can be protected. This is my spiritual spray. Remember, I have a shop, TikTok shop, and Etsy. You guys can find me under Raphael's Insights, or you guys can go into the description below and find the link for that for my shops, and also to follow me in different platforms, because I have a bunch of different platforms. So let's get started. Definitely this is going to be for Latin America and Mexico. Right away, I'm going to tell you guys about the card of the devil. The devil is showing me a lot of violence in Mexico. Again, like wars between like either like groups against authority, or either like between groups. A lot of violence in Latin America, Mexico. But the card of the devil is also telling me that there's going to be transportation accidents. Once again, planes falling, aircrafts falling, or even what's the word, or like buses, or transportation accidents. But I also have a vision with these two cards, and I'm seeing vehicles on fire once again. So again, I see a lot of like violence. So definitely something for us to keep in mind as well. But with the card of the justice, it's showing me a vision of, and I've said this before, I keep seeing a vision of somebody who's going to be arrested, either that was in political power, governmental power, presidential power, or that is. But no, I feel this one being more of like someone that was. So it could either be someone that was in power or that is in power, that's going to be either an order of apprehension for them, or that they're going to be arrested. But the card of the justice dominates them in terms of that. In terms of the card of the star, I do see that we're gonna be losing more people, more very well-known people, also in Latin America and Mexico. I see more very well-known people passing. I see someone that belongs to a group passing, and a female, or just in general, there's going to be somebody well-known, people well-known that are going to be passing or famous in Latin America and Mexico in the month of August, in the coming weeks as well. And then I see a coup. I keep seeing this coup. With the card of the world. I keep seeing this coup for somebody in Latin America, for a certain place in Latin America, because I see a coup. I don't know if it already happened. I know with what's going on in Cuba, they took away the internet, and they're restricting them, so it could have been that they happened over there. But I see a coup, or that it already happened and we just don't know about it, because I keep seeing a coup, and every time, and I just recently told you guys, I see a coup for somewhere outside of the United States, and all of a sudden it happens. So when I see it, it's either happening or it's gonna happen. So I definitely see that as well. One of the things that I'm not liking is that I see like a tragedy, like something very strong, because I see a lot of death in Latin America or in Mexico, but I see like a very strong tragedy with these two cards here. I'm seeing like a very strong tragedy, and I'm not liking that energy. I also see restrictions in terms of water. I see water being restricted, either being told to stop using water. I'm like to stop using water, or water being restricted because of the intense heat, because the sun is going to continue to hold us hostage. The sun is going to continue to hold us hostage in Latin America and in Mexico. And when the sun is very hot, it heats up the plates, so there's going to be more earthquakes in Mexico, Latin America, strong earthquakes for Mexico, Latin America. Absolutely. I see fires for Mexico, Latin America, and I do see with the card of the moon and the sun also like power outages for Mexico, Latin America. Definitely something for you guys to be on the lookout. Make sure you guys are prepared, have water. If you can store up water, if you can have some sort of like plan, precaution, because I see something in terms of power outages as well. With the card of the moon and the card of the sun, it's an interesting energy, because the sun shows me fires, earthquakes, and extreme heat, but the moon shows me floods, extreme weather in terms of water. in terms of hurricanes, in terms of cyclones, in terms of intense movements in terms of climate. So I definitely see that very, very interesting energies. In terms of volcanic eruptions, I am seeing volcanic eruptions in Latin America and Mexico. In terms of El Popo, which is a volcano that's in Mexico, or in Latin America, I do see it start smoking once again or start being active once again. I see volcanic movements in terms of El Popo, but in general for Latin America, I see a strong volcanic eruption, or I see a volcanic eruption. Before the year is up, I'm seeing a volcanic eruption very strong, either in Latin America or outside of Latin America, but I am seeing a volcanic eruption very strong. I keep seeing and I keep having a vision of a world leader or someone in Latin America, president, person in power, that's dealing with health issues, or that they've been having problems with their heart. And I do see that there's going to be changes in leadership as well in Latin America. And in Latin America, I keep seeing like changes in leadership, or the passing of a dictator, the passing of somebody who has been a dictator for a long time as well. I do see solar storms and problems with communication as well. With the card of the sun, I do see problems with communication as well, and solar storms, definitely. And then I don't know if I told you guys this, but I see an explosion as well in Latin America, in Mexico, either building or an explosion. But then I also see a collapse of something, a collapse of a monument, a building, or a bridge, or something in terms of collapsing as well. I do see protests in Latin America as well. I'm seeing protests in Latin America as well. And I see someone resigning. Somebody resigning. Like I said, I see somebody resigning. The card of death is dominating in Latin America. I see somebody resigning, passing away, or having health problems in terms of world leaders or people who are holding power. But and one of the things that I'm seeing is that I see like a discovery. I see a discovery for like a monument, either a new monument like a pyramid, or a discovery in a pyramid. But I see another discovery of a new civilization. There's like a discovery that's going to happen in Latin America, very important, because it seems to mark history. It seems to mark history. Bukele, I want to talk about Bukele because I have a vision about Bukele. Bukele is dominated by the card of the devil. The card of the devil is dominating Bukele. To me, in my vision, I keep seeing that there's a new dictator being born. I'd be careful with Bukele. I do see that there's going to be more people that are going to copy him in terms of his methods. But what I'm seeing with Bukele, when it comes to time for him to be giving up his position of power, it's going to be very hard for him to give it up, because the next president is not going to do the same thing as Bukele. And in terms of what I'm seeing, I don't know. I see him either lasting in power or becoming a new dictator. So I just say be careful in terms of that. But I do see also people copying Bukele methods of arresting people. But I do see with the card of the death card, I do see a lot of radical changes for Latin America, some positive, some very negative. But other than that, you guys, and in terms of hurricanes, I do see hurricanes, but in terms of hurricanes, I'm seeing it more so like the end of August, beginning or September, in terms of hurricanes arriving. In terms of where, I'm seeing it for the Gulf or for an island or the Caribbean, but I'm definitely seeing hurricanes. I'm definitely seeing hurricanes start arriving, so definitely something for us to be cautious. But other than that, you guys, I believe that's it. I hope I was able to give you guys some insight in my visions and in what I saw, and hopefully it helps you guys be prepared for situations. And again, if you guys please can let me know when something comes true. Let me know so that I can be able to predict more properly. So I could be able to predict and create prediction fulfills more properly. But because sometimes I'm too busy and sometimes I forget, or that I said something and then I see it but I don't remember that I predicted it. So definitely let me know what is coming true. Let me know what is coming true so that I can so that I can make prediction for fields. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. And it was an absolute pleasure. You guys have a great day, and I hope you guys enjoyed my predictions. You guys have a great day.